fix it? I'm only 10.
Israel and Palestine have been in the news, and not for good reasons. The attack of Hamas militants on October 7th at the Israeli festival sparked massive outrage among their people, and since then, Israel has declared war on Hamas.
What we see is a broader battle between civilization and barbarism.
But what we've been seeing for the past month is not a war on Hamas, but a brutal and inhumane genocide on innocent people of Gaza.
Not even safe to walk. Like, as you can see here, this building caught a fire as well, other than the bombardments.
The death toll of ordinary civilians has risen to 10,000, and almost half of them are children. If this is really a war against the militant group, why is the country targeting civilians? And if the Hamas militants are hiding among civilians and bombing them is justified, then would it be justified if it were Israelis being used as human shields instead of the people of Gaza? The worst thing of all is watching many Israeli citizens dehumanize the people of Gaza and use their misery as entertainment. To understand how and why this genocide needs your attention, you need to understand its history. The history of Israel and Palestine is a complex and contentious tale that spans millennia, characterized by conflicts, conquests, and shifting borders. This video will provide a broad perspective on the historical narrative of these two regions, emphasizing key events and factors that have shaped their situation. Ancient history. The origins of the Israel-Palestine conflict can be traced back to ancient history. The region, known as Canaan, was home to various peoples and city-states. The Israelites, led by Moses, settled in Canaan around 1200 BCE. They established the Kingdom of Israel and Jerusalem as their capital. However, they faced external threats and internal divisions, leading to the eventual division of Israel into the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. In 586 BCE, the Babylonians invaded, destroying the first temple in Jerusalem and exiling many Jews. This event, known as the Babylonian captivity, marked a crucial moment in Jewish history. In the centuries that followed, empires such as the Persian, Hellenistic, and Roman dominated the region, with the latter dispersing Jews after the Second Temple's destruction in 70 CE. The dispersion of Jews is also referred to as the Jewish exile or Galut. Then came the Islamic conquests and Crusades. During the 7th century, the Islamic conquests brought the region under Arab rule. Jerusalem became a significant city in Islamic history and was ruled by various dynasties, including the Umayyads and Abbasids. The Crusades, launched by European Christian powers in the 11th century, sought to recapture Jerusalem from Muslim control, leading to periods of Christian rule, but these efforts were ultimately unsuccessful. Meanwhile, it was around this time that the area started being referred to as Palestine. Meanwhile, the Jews that scattered to the other parts of the world remained in agony and pain. Throughout history, Jews have faced persecution and discrimination in various parts of the world. This mistreatment has been rooted in religious differences, economic stereotypes, scapegoating during times of crisis, cultural and social isolation, religious persecution, political exploitation, false accusations, and deep-seated anti-Semitism. While it's not accurate to say that Jews were unwelcome everywhere, it is true that Jewish communities have encountered significant challenges and hardships at different times and in different regions. But it's important to note that even during waves of persecution in medieval Europe, many Jews found refuge in Muslim lands. Then came the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire, mainly Muslims, gained control of the Palestinian region in the 16th century, ruling for several centuries. Under Ottoman rule, the local Arab and Jewish populations coexisted. This was the most peaceful time, and very few feuds took place. Muslims, Christians, and Jews lived together in harmony. It's important to note that many families during these times were converters. Many Muslim families of the time had Jewish ancestors. Then came World War I, which brought, you guessed it, the notorious Britishers. To understand exactly what happened next and why all this history is significant in understanding the apartheid and horrific crimes against the Palestinians, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for part 2.